thought you might enjoy some component related content, and what I'm going to do here is replace this steering lock on this 73 Z1 900. The reason why I'm replacing it is because I have a new set that matches the ignition, which is right here. So we've got a new ignition switch. We're going to put a new steering lock mechanism in, and then we're going to put a new seat lock in as well. So they all match the same two keys that come with the new ignition switch, which also are Kawasaki keys, which is pretty cool. So what we're going to do here is we need to get this little set screw out that holds the lock tumbler assembly in. This is what the set screw looks like, the new one. So you get an idea. Just a little slotted head set screw with a pointed tip. And of course this is the new lock set that's going in there, and you can see it has a dimple in it to line that up. So obviously this is going to go like this when it goes up in. All right. So this is what we're going to do to get this out. If you notice, there is some staking around these two screws. If you can see that. You can see there's a little staking right here, almost around 1 to 2 o'clock, and then about 8 o'clock down here. There's a little bit of staking. So that's to keep it in, keep it from vibrating loose, obviously. And it's probably seized anyway. We're going to try to get it out nonetheless. What we're going to do first is just go in and knock those little edges down, or that's staked in, with a Dremel and a carbide burr. If we fail, it's no big deal. Nobody's going to notice it. We'll put a little bit of black paint back on it and be done with it. It's the way it is. There's a little plate that goes behind the brake, front brake distribution block here that also has the pressure switch to activate the brake lights when the front brake is applied. So all we do is move this out of the way. I also have the fork tube, so the chrome bar rather, protected with some foam because, you know, I'm clumsy as hell, so I don't want to damage anything else. So that's what we're going to try first. We're going to try to just knock this edge down with a Dremel and a carbide burr a little bit, and then we'll see if we can get that screw out. That should be plenty because it's just staked over a little bit. We just want to give it some relief. I'm going to try to find a screwdriver bit that'll go into the 1/4-inch drive impact and see if we can get in with that and give it a little burp burp and see if it comes out.
Wishful thinking, noun, an attitude or belief that something you want to happen will happen, even though it is not likely or possible.
I got one here I kind of made out of a, well, so I must have done this previously. I didn't do this today. Out of a double-sided one. Kind of like a two-headed, never mind. And I had ground this down for something. Now that slot in there is very, very thin. So I'm going to try to do a little tappy tap tap and see if we can get a purchase on it that way. Because I just don't see any other way to do this. And plus there's some paint in there. I might have to try scraping it out, but let's try this first so we can get in here to do it. Well, that didn't work out too well. All right, so one of the ends of that edge of that slot broke, but I'm tapping the other one and it seems to be turning. So what I may end up doing is just center punching that and hitting it with a small left-handed drill bit. And just the force, the friction of that might actually do it, might actually bring it out. But let's go ahead and kind of see if we can move it around a little bit more. That seems to be moving though. The intentions were good, but you know what they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. This ought to work, don't you think? You never know. Stranger things have happened. Like I said, stranger things have happened. Probably not. That's a pipe dream.
Pipe dream, noun, an idea or plan that is impossible or very unlikely to happen.
All right, I took the paint off this so I can really see the outside of the hole itself. And I cut away with the Dremel a little bit more of that staking. And leveled that out as far as the fastener goes, that set screw. In other words, took any high spots off that were over to the side, like the remaining part of that slot of the screw, and I got a nice dimple right in the center of it. Kind of see that. I'm going to use a left-handed drill bit, and we're going to try to grab that and see if it'll spin out. If not, we may just have to work at it and drill the whole thing. Like I said, I don't want to ruin this, of course, but this doesn't work. And I know the customer likes to use these when he rides the bike, so we're going to try our best to make sure this thing works. This is a 1/8 left-handed drill bit. We'll try to get it as straight as we can. It's one of these things, you got to work at it. I'm not going to use any cutting oil because I want the friction.
Yes!
Oh, wait a minute, what was that? It's a very soft fastener, which is nice. I could swear that's moving. Yeah, trying to steer the drill bit as centered as possible. Aha, there it goes, came out. You see it just move when we got down to the bottom there? So yay, there you go. That's why we use a left-handed drill bit, because we can spin her out. And there she is. No worse for the wear. Look at that. So there's your offending set screw, but we got her out. So we'll just clean this hole up area a little bit and make sure that the new one, I'll probably chase it with a tap. I'm guessing this is an could be an M6. I'll measure it up and look. I think it may be an M5 though, I'm not sure. We'll chase it with a tap and make sure that the new one will go in okay. And then we can repair this. We can put the new tumbler in. So I just pried this out just by prying against the steering stop up here gently, and it come right out. This is the barrel of the old one. And you can see the dimple in it that matches the new one that I showed you before. And now we could have, or you could if you wanted to, you look underneath these with a mirror or something and see that number 755. You can take the number off of this, in this case 755. And there's a place on eBay I've used a couple of times to not only get keys made for where there's keys missing based on this number, or just keys duplicated based on the key itself and the number on the key. All you have to do is send them the number, preferably probably send them a picture of the lock set and an existing key if you have it. And I don't know the actual URL or eBay ID, if you will, of who that is. You can look around. There's a number of them on there that'll do this for you. eBay's just one place, probably other places too, maybe even your local locksmith. But I know for sure on eBay I've had this done a few times over the years. Just something to bring up. But yeah, so this wasn't too terrible of a job. Left-handed drill bits work great. You just take your time, as I said. You work through it, go from the least aggressive to the most aggressive. Then you can get these suckers out. And I won't be staking this one like this one was. I'll just use some blue Loctite on it. That's going to be fine. We'll clean this bore out. And like I said, chase the threads, make sure they're good, and we'll go ahead and insert that lock set with a new lock screw, and then it'll be in service with the new keys. So anyway, hope you got something out of this, and I hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you later.